Hey guys, it's been quite a while since I've done a guide for the channel, but I'm back and I'm going to do a Zero Suit Samus guide. I've been very busy of late with a new job, putting in over 60 hours a week usually, but hopefully I can at least still pump out some content for you guys since you guys do request videos from time to time. This video was requested by a viewer known as SuperDuper. Hopefully that name is popping up right around here. So feel free to thank him if he happens to comment. I know he commented on the video quite a while ago, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. But if he does, I will be sure to highlight his comment so you guys can thank him or like his comment, whatever you're going to do. As always, I will put a combo timestamp in the video. Hopefully that's right around here. So if you don't want to watch the guide and are just here for the combos, that's completely fine. Just feel free to skip ahead onto the combo portion of the video. But without further ado, let's get started. For those of you who are pretty familiar with my guides, you guys know I like to start with some of the basic stuff, things like your taunts, your jab, your tilts, and your dash attack. So we're going to do the exact same for this video. Here are your taunts, you got your up taunt, your side taunt, and your down taunt. Onto the jab, you have your frame 1 jab. That's incredibly fast. It's not a rapid jab, it's kind of like a gentleman's jab. It's a get off me. It's very good for basically controlling the pressure. Perhaps your opponent is just all over you and you can't get any like offense going, or you're just struggling. If you need to reset the game and reassess the situation, this is just a very good tool for kind of running up and going like that, getting some space and kind of getting where you want to be, maybe maintaining stage control, something like that. It's not going to lead to any kills or take any stocks, but it's still a good tool regardless, especially being frame 1. Next, we're going to have our tilts. You have your forward tilt, just this kick, comes out at frame 6. That's pretty fast for a tilt. That being said, it's not crazy fast. It's not really going to take any stocks. I believe it starts killing like much later, around like 170. That being said, you have better options to take stocks with. This is also just another good get off me option. You have your up tilt. I really like this move, despite it being kind of hard to combo into. It is very easy to combo. Or not combo into. It's very easy to combo into. It's a little bit difficult to start combos with. However, it does put your opponent above you, and Zero Suit loves to juggle opponents and be in the air, so that is a plus. It does have 2 initial hits. The first hit coming out at frame 3, it's the leg, kind of like the splits, and then she sucks you in for another kind of like handstand kick. I don't know what you'd call that, but yeah, it's basically 2 different hits in one. And you have your down tilt. Initially, I didn't really like down tilt that much because I feel like it's kind of hard to combo into. There's a little bit of in lag on it, as you can see, because she has to do the full rotation. However, at very low percents, you can, in fact, combo into some of your aerials. Something like a down tilt to forward air is always decent at a low percent. And last but not least, we have our dash attack. Dash attack is a pretty decent move as well. It comes out at frame 7. It's kind of quick. It does have a lunging effect to it, to where despite your opponent might not think it'll hit them. However, the lunge kind of leads her to become a little bit quicker to you and hit you a little bit faster. So here's what it looks like. That was a sour spot. As you saw, it only did about 6 damage with almost no knockback. The closer you are when you do the dash attack, the more knockback and damage you will do. However, you will probably not take any stocks with this move. This move can hit your opponent at pretty much 150 in some cases and still not kill. Look at our Sin. Let's put him to like 165, I guess. But I still shouldn't be able to kill with this, even with the sweet spot. Luckily, it puts your opponent straight above you, which is where you want them to be, and then you can then follow up with any one of your aerials and most likely take a stock that way. Let's cover Zero Suit's throws now, and grab as well as the Zair, because she has one of those. Haha. Alright, so this is her Zair. This is a phenomenal tool. This is good for spacing out your opponent, getting damage, gimping with edge guards. This is where it's at. This is a great tool. A lot of people don't like fighting against Zero Suit Samus because of just how scary she can be, and this is one of the tools that makes her that scary. Kind of like Samus in a way. So we have the Zair, very good option. You have your grab, which, as you just saw there, yes, it is a tether grab. They blessed her with a tether grab. Very good range on it. Also, you can use it to, I believe, grab stage, although I usually do side B. Let me try that one more time. Yep. You can use side B if you want to, or you can grab the stage with it. Either way, whatever you want to do. But yes, it is a tether grab, has decent range on it, and it can lead into one of 4 throws. I'm sorry. You have your up throw, which does the most damage out of all your throws. At higher percents, it can kill, and when I say higher percents, I mean like 170, so be very mindful of that. You're probably not going to get many kills with your throws, however, they do lead into things, so there's a great setup tool. So, your up throw is that. You have your forward throw, which is good for kind of like re-establishing dominance on the stage. You can basically do something super easy like a Zaire to forward throw, knock them back, and then you have stage control, or you can basically attack and play defense at the same time. That's kind of how you play Zero Suit. You're not just going to be full offense or full defense. You're going to be kind of going back and forth between which options work best for the scenario. So that's a very good tool for kind of like establishing stage control or just dominance, whatever you're going to do. You have your down throw. This is good for putting your opponent in the air. However, it's kind of hard to combo into because there's a little bit of in lag on it, as you saw, because she kind of like stomps the opponent down and then stays there for a little bit. But it's good for putting your opponent in the air, maybe for juggle scenarios and everything like that. And then you have your back throw, which is pretty much just forward smash, or not forward smash, pretty much just forward throw, but you're going the other way. Again, forward throw, back throw, and down throw are not kill throws, while up throw can be, but at much higher percents. Just keep that in mind. On to the smash attacks. So, despite Zero Suit having some pretty decent smash attacks, their frame data would suggest otherwise. They're not that fast, with the fastest one coming out at frame 10, which isn't horrible for smash attacks, but she makes up for it in other ways. Because her smash attacks aren't necessarily bad because the frame data is bad. I'm trying to say, just because the frame data is bad on some of these moves doesn't make the moves bad, because they are very useful and kind of utility-like. So let's cover them really quick. We have the fastest of all her smash attacks, which comes out at frame 10, is her up smash. This move is so good. It's a very good anti-air tool. If you're playing on platforms, it's a very good way to kind of like get above the platform without really having to hop over or anything like that, you know? Cover your opponent's landing options. Just very good. Not only that, but just because it covers above her doesn't mean it doesn't cover the sides either. It also picks up the opponent and does around 13% on charge, which is pretty nasty. At higher percents it can kill, but it's usually much higher percent. 130 shouldn't really have too much of an issue. Let's drop it down to about 120 for Joker, or 115 for Joker. So uncharged, you're just about to kill the opponent, basically, if they're Joker weight. And fully charged, it really has no issue killing, but it's kind of hard to hit fully charged smash moves on opponents. So. But there you go, got 19%. Damage output's not too crazy for smash attacks, but it still gets the job done and is very useful. You have, I guess, what you would consider her strongest smash attack, but it's not her best in my opinion. So you have the forward smash, it's about 20% uncharged. The knockback isn't very crazy on it though, so be very mindful of that. It is a little bit fast, but not crazy fast. If you do manage to land the sweet spot of the flame, if you look at her shoe, a flame comes out as she does it on the second hit. That's the sweet spot. If you're able to do that, you'll get much more knockback. The sad thing is, though, the damage isn't increased. Watch, that's normal, 20.1. I do have staling on, just so you guys know, but that shouldn't matter here. Let's make sure I can hit the first hit. Even with the sweet spot, you saw much more knockback there. It still does 20.1. That's kind of disappointing, but it is nice to know that at least if you do space this move properly, you will get more knockback and are much more likely to kill. And it should have no issue killing from basically the side of the stage. See? So it's not horrible, it's just not crazy. That's all I can really say. And then you have the down smash. You could probably argue that down smash and up smash are her best smash attacks. I think that you could probably say down smash is her best one. It kind of sets up into more things, despite it being the slowest ones. Here's what it looks like. On first glance, that's not crazy at all. Like 10% from a smash attack, like what? On top of that, almost no knockback. That's because this is basically a tool to set up into far greater things. So you can pretty much do anything, because as you saw there, the opponent's kind of stunned for a little bit. The longer you hold it, the more the stun will be there, so you can basically do whatever you want. But if you're able to stun your opponent at 100, they're probably dead. You can basically follow up with whatever you want at that point. You could do a forward smash out of that if you really want to. You could do an up smash, whatever you want to do. Basically a free combo. My advice to most people is, if you're going to do that close to the stage or something, if you're going to down smash around this percent, just go for an up B. It's probably going to kill. Like, it's really hard not to kill someone with it around that percent. So I think down smash is an incredibly good move, despite it being a little bit slow and kind of easy to read sometimes. Zero Suit does kind of cock back, and like there's a shimmer of light around her body when she does it, pretty much telling you I'm going to do it. Just be mindful of that. You see that right there? Kind of like, it's kind of by her shoulders and neck area. Yeah. But anyway, that is her smash attacks. let's cover the aerials. And Zero Suit has amazing aerials, like some of the best in the game. These are her money makers, her bread and butters. This is basically where it's at. This is where she excels as a character. I was going to save these for last, but I figured I should save the special moves because that's what I always do anyway. But believe me when I say these were almost the last part because I think they're just that good. So here's what we got. We got our Nair, comes out around frame 10, covers both sides of her. Excellent combo tool, excellent way to get early damage to set up for things. As I said before, you can basically combo into anything out of this. It's just an amazing tool. Sorry guys. And then we have our, oh, let's just do that really quick so I can show you what that looks like. So you can basically Nair into anything. You can do Nair into forward tilt, just Nair into pretty much any other aerial if you really wanted to. Maybe not at lower percents, but you guys get the idea. It's just a great tool. Even like a lot of players have a hard time catching low opponents, like maybe Pikachu or Olimar. This move can even catch them because I don't advise it because it's a little bit hard to hit it, but this move can catch lower opponents because the angle on a fastball will still manage to go really low and catch. See if I can do it real quick. Yeah, see, it barely whiffs the ground. It's just an amazing tool, and you can space very well with it too. You don't have to be like right on your opponent unless you really want to, I guess, but you can basically be around here and it still has pretty decent range on it. It's just a good tool. Let's go on to our next one, which is our down air. This move does spike, which I love having spikes on my characters. Usually if a character doesn't have the ability to spike, I'm kind of disappointed, but Zero Suit has multiple ways to spike, which we'll cover in the special portion of the video. I'll show you guys what I'm getting with that, but we do have another spike, which is our down air. It is the slowest of all our aerials, and if your opponent starts noticing you doing it a lot, it is incredibly easy to punish, so do not overuse this move, because if you happen to miss it or whiff it, and your opponent's aware that it's coming, you will be punished very hard for it, so be very, very careful around that, guys. We have our back air, which is an incredibly good tool in the air as well. Usually it does around 9 to 10 if you sour spot it, with doing around 12 if you sweet spot it. See if I can do sweet spot real quick. Yep, there we go. Almost 13 actually, and around 100% from almost mid-stage. If you're able to sweet spot this on most characters, oop, change the camera. Let's put that back. If you're able to sweet spot it on most characters, it can almost take a stock. That's really good, and it's really easy to combo into, and because it's so fast, you basically can pull it out and your opponent's not even expecting it, and potentially take an early stock, especially off ledge. This is a really scary move. Frame 8, if I didn't say that already. Let's drop our opponent back down. We have our forward air, which is tied for the fastest aerial that we have on this character. Our forward air is basically a double kick. It looks like this. You don't always have to hit both hits. You can always like fastball and hit the first hit if you want. There's tons of things you can do with this. It pops your opponent straight up and you can follow up with whatever you want, maybe like a down tilt or something, I suppose. It does combo into itself at lower percents. It's a very, very useful tool as well. And at later percents, it can also take stock, so keep that in mind. We'll cover more of that move in the combo portion because there's a lot of combos that use it. And last but not least, we're going to cover her up air, which is tied for the fastest move as well in her kit. Her up air comes out at frame 6 and is a great juggling tool. It's very, very fast. She jumps incredibly high, so you can basically ladder your opponent off. If you have platforms, this move is just deadly and scary. Usually Zero Suits are known for their ladder combos, where they basically do multiple up airs into an up B or something, and it kills very, very early if you can start that ladder combo around 39 to 50%. It's just a very scary move. Super easy to combo into, very fast. Your opponent's going to have a hard time dealing with it, basically. But yeah, that is Zero Suit's aerials. So I did save the special moves for last, as I said before. These are basically some of the best special moves in the game. I was going to put the aerials last because I just feel like her aerials are just that crazy good. But Zero Suit's special moves are crazy good as well, and it makes her feel like such an original and just versatile character. It's amazing how good this character can actually be if played correctly. So here's what this character's got. We got our neutral B. This does not take stocks. There is not much knockback on it. It is basically used to start up combos or to lead into things that can take stocks. The later percent, the more stun it'll have. The more charge you have, the more stun you'll have as well. It's just a little bit of kind of like a prodding or a poking thing. Kind of just, you know, you can advance with it or bounce with it, whatever you want. Your opponent basically has to play around it, and if they get hit, you can always follow up with something like, you know, a grab or whatever. Really, it's another excellent tool that she has in her kit, along with having already crazy good aerials, anti-air stuff, juggling tools. Having that ability to actually have a projectile is very good as well, and there's tons of things that lead into that from hitting that move. So once again, we'll cover that in the combo portion of the video, but on to the next one. We have her side B. That's what it looks like. If you do not hold it, you just press side B, you don't hold B, you're going to get this flame effect, around 16% of damage. That's actually the one that can kill. It's much later percents, but it can kill. Let's put him around, I think 126 might be enough. It should be enough. Yeah, absolutely. I bet we can even drop that down and still get the kill. But the reason why I'm mentioning holding it is because if you actually hold this move, it's going to flick our opponent upwards. Now, the reason why you might want to do that instead of actually going for the kill is because sometimes your opponent is expecting to get launched, and if you hold it, you can then follow up with something or whatever you're really trying to do. It's just another way to kind of like mix up your opponent, because sometimes they can never tell if you're going to go for the fire one or the whip one that kind of throws them back. It's just another way to kind of mix up your opponent. And I said this before with the Nair, you can use this move to grab stage. But if you're going to use this move to grab stage, be very careful, because some people will try to grab stage from too far and they'll just end up killing themselves, you know, like kind of like what you just saw. I almost died attempting that. But you can still grab stage from a pretty good distance. Just be mindful, don't kill yourself trying to grab stage with this move. Next, we're going to cover the up B. This is one of her best killing options. As I said before, you can use your down smash to basically set up into up B. You can use your laser right there to set up into up B. You can basically do whatever you want. Here's an example. We're going to go charge into up B. Probably should take a stock. Just a crazy good kill option. Even at lower percents like just this, really has no issue killing. Most ladder combos will try to end with it. Keep in mind, there's actually a startup hit on this move. Pay very close attention to what it looks like if I hit it, the startup move. It kind of like nudges my opponent and then carries them up. Did you see that? It's very, very quick, but as you see there, the combo says 7. If you do it, not incorrectly, but if you miss the hits, it's going to say around 6. It's going to be hard for me to do this. Let's do it down quick. Oh, I got 7 anyway. Hang on, I'm going to try to miss this intentionally. Or at least try to show you guys. Because if you miss the first initial hit, it has a very hard time killing. And just take my word for it. I'm not going to try to hunt for that and intentionally try to miss it. But it's a very, very solid move. It's also a good recovery option too on stage, or below stage. Because your opponent sometimes is a little bit weary of trying to edge guard you if you're going to do that. Especially when you have your down B as another way to recover back on stage. You could make probably multiple videos on her down B. You can make an entirely different video on just her down B alone. The move is crazy. It's so versatile. It does so many things. Like, as I said before, it's a crazy good recovery tool. If you want to go a certain direction, you just do down B towards that direction. So I want to go right, I'll do down B to the right. Oh, nope, that was side B. That was grab. There we go. Down B to the right. If you want to go behind you, you just do, down B to the right. It's a very quick move, easy way to recover. It's very hard for people to actually get it. Most people are aware Zero Suit's going to try to recover that way, and they still have a hard time hitting her out of it. So it's just a very useful move. Not only that, it has the ability to bury opponents. This move in the beginning of the game was just busted. It's still crazy good, but believe me, it was busted. You would leave your opponent buried for so long that it was almost unfair. What else do we got? We got the down B that can actually do a kick. If you're about to hit your opponent, you can do a down B and then A or B or whatever, and she'll actually send out a thrust kick, which can do a ton of damage and kill really, really early. It's a great way to end combos. Let's see if I can actually do this real quick. 17 damage off one hit. Increase the speed of it, angle of it, whatever you want to do. You can do it out of jumps. Like, it's just such a versatile move. I can't say how good this move actually is without really doing it justice. Just take my word for it, this move is crazy good. But that is it for the guide. On to the combos. We have finally made it to the combo portion of the video, and Zero Suit has a lot of different combos. I'm going to cover a ton of them in this video. I probably will miss a few, but I'm going to try to cover some of the most important ones. Before I start the combos though, let me just say, just because Zero Suit has all these crazy combos and all these easy ways to get kills, that does not mean you should rush headfirst into battle with this character. Zero Suit is primarily a bait and punish character, meaning she can quickly go from offense to defense in like a snap of the fingers. So try your best not to just rush down heavy. You could rush down and it might work quite a few number of times, but eventually your opponent will figure you out, and you'll probably be punished for it. So just be very mindful of when to choose your offense and defense. So let's get into this very first combo. It's going to be one that I'm sure you've seen tons of times. It's the ladder combo that Zero Suit Samus players love to do. I'm going to set them around 39, but for most characters, the weight's anywhere from 30% on lighter characters to even 60 on heavier characters. But all it is we're going to do a landing up air into 4 up airs, or into 3 more up airs, I'm sorry, and then an up B to finish. So let's see what that looks like. There we go. So that was pretty much a I'm not going to say it was like 0 to death, but from 39 to death. That's pretty scary, especially the fact that it wasn't like going off stage, it was just going straight up, meaning that I probably could have aimed it over here and killed him the same exact way. A little tip for you guys, as I said before, if you do not hit the initial startup of the up B, which is just the tap that leads into the up B, it'll probably be 6-hit combo from the up B if you're doing it incorrectly. If you get 7, you know you did it right, is what I'm trying to say. But if you do not get these 7 hits, you probably won't get the kill around this percentage. So be very mindful of that. Also, another thing that you need to be mindful of is if you're doing these moves, if you're doing like short hops, it's probably not going to work because you're not going to get the height you need, the elevation. You really want to try to get almost like a full hop into your up air, which can be difficult at times, but after a while it starts kind of working out. So let's do it one more time. There we go. There's it again. One more thing to keep in mind. If the combo doesn't say 10 and like 41 damage, maybe that while you were doing the aerials of the up airs, the combo drops. Don't let that discourage you, okay? Just try your very, very best to hit that initial falling up air into another up air. That'll usually count as a combo of 2. And then if you drop the combo right there, at least in sense of like a true combo, that's fine. What you really need to worry about is hitting the first initial up airs, the first 2, and then you need to make sure that the last up air connects into all 7 hits of the up B. Usually you do that by kind of like being at the side of your opponent or being up really close, because if you don't hit those 7 hits, it's probably not going to kill. But that is your first combo, guys. Second combo's got a lot of moving parts to it, but it's not as hard as the first one, I think. I feel like the first one's kind of like an intermediate kind of combo. This one will take a little bit of practice, but it shouldn't be as hard. You don't have to end it with the jab, but you can if you want to, just to get that extra damage. But here's what it's going to be. It's going to start at 0. You're going to use your neutral B, which is your gun. You're then going to go for a late Nair into fair, and then end with a jab. It should do you around 35 to 40%. So let's see what that looks like real quick. There we go. Real easy. I say it was real easy. It takes a little bit of time. If you don't get it right away, that's fine. I know there's a lot of moving steps, and like if you're new to the character, this character feels kind of weird and like awkward, but it takes time. This one should take you a little bit of time to get, but it shouldn't be that hard to pull off after all. And 36% is no laughing matter. That's a pretty good chunk of damage right there. I'll put it one more time just so you guys, if you didn't catch it. Hopefully I can do it. There we go. Yeah, real simple. So that's your second combo. Third combo is one of the more stylish combos you're going to see in the video. To me, this one is the hardest. If you're not getting it right away, that's completely fine. It took me quite a while to just get the timing down. It's really just 3 moves, but having to wait and delay your moves is very, very difficult, and have everything kind of like frame perfect, setting it up for a true combo is very difficult. But I'm going to show you it anyway, just in case you guys want to practice it, see if you can get it. It kills way early too, so if you happen to actually master it, you've got a pretty like spicy combo that pretty much nets you a kill. So I'll put Joker around 39%. With other characters, you might want to crank up the percent a little bit higher. I was trying it on other characters. I remember trying it on Ganon, and it was around, I think, like 40-ish, or maybe a little bit over 40. I can't remember the exact number. But we're going to do it for Joker around 39. You could do it a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but I just choose 39 just because I like the number. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a late Nair into a late fair into down B. We're going to attempt to either kill them off stage or spike them. So let's give it a go. Alright, so that is the first one. We're going to try to do the second one now. And there we go. That's what it could look like. So there's two different ways it can look, basically. It can either be off stage to death or straight down, which is much more stylish for a spike. Once again, that is not an easy one. If you have any questions about it, I'm more than happy to answer. For me, it took quite a while just to kind of like get a grasp at what I should be doing, because that's not so much knowing the moves you're using, but knowing when to use the moves, and that can take a long time to figure out. But feel free to study that. This is before you're doing a late Nair, meaning that you're going to have to short hop, or you can even full hop into Nair, meaning that rising Nair is not going to cut it. Rising fair, it might cut it, but you're pushing your luck basically. So make sure you know how to short hop into moves and not how to do rising short hops, because you don't want to go for anything rising. You want to go for almost short hop into the moves. So once again, falling Nair, or delayed Nair, into delayed fair, into down B. Alright, this next one is going to be a combo for much later percent. It's going to be a kill combo. There is an optional step you can do. We're going to put our opponent to anywhere from like 80 to 90. I like to put him around 90. So let's do 90. So, optional step. Oh, look, he's got our son. Optional step is that you can do your neutral B to help start this combo. I personally would do that because if I know I hit the neutral B, the combo is guaranteed, and I just don't put myself at risk in being punished for doing something stupid. Like, you know. Or if you want to just skip the neutral B outright, that's fine too. What you're going to do is optional neutral B to up air to back air. And this will take a stock because Zero Suit's back air is pretty dang good. So here's what it looks like. Ooh. There we go. First time I hit that double fair by accident. That's also a combo you could do. You could do neutral B into up air into fair, but we want back air because back air kills. You could also set your opponent to a much lower percent and do something similar with your, what's it called? Your down smash. There you go. I did the fair and the back air again by accident. But as you saw there, fair is going to pretty much net you a little bit more damage, while back air is going to get the kill. So always try to go for that back air because it's going to take the stock much quicker. But either way, it's going to be about 30%. This can work at lower percents, but I'd rather do this around higher just to guarantee a kill, because you see there, it really had no problem killing. I would say the hardest part of this combo is landing the falling up air, being able to turn around and then do your back air. But other than that, most of it is pretty simple. This next combo is a simple 2-hit combo. It's really easy. It's good for catching your opponent whenever they're kind of doing a get up from the ledge. I put them at 40 just for this, but you probably could do a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Usually 40 is the killing point because this is actually going to take a stock with just 2 hits. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do our neutral B into our down B. So let's get this. There we go. Kills at 40. I'm telling you, like, Zero Suit is just crazy. Like, this character is unreal. The amount of just things that she can do is crazy. She feels like she could be a DLC almost because she's just so off the wall bonkers crazy. But anyway, so that's the move. You don't have to do it on ledge if you don't want to. Sometimes I know putting yourself off ledge without your down B can be scary because you don't get to keep your down B once you've used it once. If you're already off ledge at least. So you could absolutely just do this move from here, try to catch or something, and just get 25%. That's always an option. I know at much later percents, if you flip kick towards them and try to hit them off the stage, that's always a decent kill option. So by all means, just do whatever you feel comfortable doing. Here's another easy, quick 0% combo. It's not going to net you a whole bunch of damage, but it's a good way to start off the game to get you an early 20. So here's what's going to be. You can always do neutral B. It's optional. I prefer doing it just because it's safe. So you do neutral B into Zaire into either your grab or dash attack, depending on the circumstance of where you are on the map, basically. So here's what it looks like. Oh, let's try that one more time. There we go. And then, of course, if you don't want to do dash attack, you can always do grab. and do whatever throw you want. Basically, just pick and choose whatever you want, really. It's really cool. So, that's just a simple early combo at 0. I didn't have this combo written down, but I figured I might as well put it on there because it's another quick, easy way to get damage at 0. So, this one is just kind of for fun. I didn't have it on my list. So, it's neutral B to Nair to your forward smash, which will actually connect. So, here we go. Neutral B, fair, forward smash. 36%. You have stage control, your opponent is hanging, that's all you want to deal with right there. So that's a pretty simple one. I feel like that doesn't need very much explanation. So on to the next combo. Next combo is going to be a simple 2-hit move around 35 to 100% on most characters. It works at a ton of percents. I have Joker set to 40, but he could easily be done like at 60%. We'll just do it for 40 just for this video, I guess. All it is, it's going to be a Nair to down B. So let's see what that looks like. There we go. And that would be a spike if it was close enough to the ledge. As you see there. And just so you guys know, if you hit this spike around 40 to like anything above it, your opponent's probably not coming back because they just go down so quickly. Now, you can still do this combo without having to be near ledge. You can always just do it like a strike for 26%, I believe. So that's what this is what it's going to look like. Like that. But as I said before, you're going to be wanting to go for the spike just because it's such an early kill, such an early way to take stocks that, like, why wouldn't you want to go for that, you know? So that's another simple combo. You could also do a Nair, or I'm sorry, a fair to spike. So that's what this is going to look like. Usually you don't want to go for rising fair, you want to go for falling fair but still get double hits. That can take some time, but this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look just like that. I think that one, for whatever reason, is a little easier for me. However, the percentage range for it is a little bit more difficult to find. Usually it's around 30% to maybe 50, because after 50 they seem to start being launched so far that it's very difficult to actually pull off the down B, but you still might be able to on most characters, or at least some characters. So that's that combo and its variation. This next combo is an incredibly common combo that many Zero Suits use. It works better if you're closer to ledge. All it is, and I'm going to show you two different like kind of styles of ways you can do it. One combo is the basic simple one that's going to net you the stock. The other one can also net you a stock, but it's much more stylish. It's just up to you if you pretty much decide what you want to do. But really, you could do many things out of down smash. I'm just going to show you two different things you could possibly do if you wanted to. So your opponent's getting up from ledge. They've been constantly doing get up attack or normal get up. So you're going to punish them for it. You're going to use your down smash to up B. That will take you a stock without having to commit to a smash attack, or actually I guess down smash would be, but without having to commit to something like super stupid, I guess. And if you get bored and you don't want to be the basic common Zero Suit, because a lot of Zero Suits do that, that's basically the easiest way for a Zero Suit to possibly take a stock is just by catching them with up B. You could substitute that up B out for a down special. Now when you do this, you're going to need to kind of run back and flip kick towards your opponent after your down smash, but it still looks pretty spicy. So here's what that looks like. Just like that. And as you saw, it really had no problem killing. You can even spike with it. Just like that. I just think that's more of a little bit of a stylish way you can pull off this combo. You don't always have to go for up B. If I was in a very, very close game and I didn't want to be risky, then I'd probably use up B. But if you're just having fun with friends, or you're just trying to be flashy, or maybe you're trying to get that clip that you want, that's probably the way to go right there. So anyway, that's that combo. Almost done with the video. We got a few more combos to go over. This next combo also works pretty well at later percents. It will net you a stock. The first step is optional. You can choose to do your neutral B, or you can choose a down smash depending on the situation. I'm going to show you both, but you're going to go for neutral B into your falling up air. You're going to immediately full hop into your up B and catch your opponent in midair, and it does look pretty flashy. So let's see what that looks like. Hopefully I can do it first try. There we go. That's your neutral B variant. That really had no issue killing. Really quick, your opponent can't react to it. They can react to the shot, but if they can block the shot, that just lets you know that you probably shouldn't go for it. And there's your down smash variant. Pretty much same exact result, just works different ways. You can choose to be cautious with your neutral B, or if you're already up close and your opponent's throwing out really bad options or they're whiffing stuff, or maybe you perfect shielded or parried something, you know, you can follow up with a down smash. Just a whole bunch of different ways you can pull off this combo that can still net you a stunk, and it's still a little bit of a flashy combo. We have finally made it to the final combo portion of the video. If you guys did make it this far, feel free to comment Blondie in the comment section below so I know just how far you actually went in this video. I know this video is incredibly long and sometimes hard to sit through, so thank you guys so much for actually making it this far if you did. But this is where I usually put kind of miscellaneous combos, or combos that I feel like you should know how to do, but you know, I didn't really cover in the video too expansively. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch of combos, put the steps to them, but probably not do much talking just because there's a lot to kind of get through. So here we go. Alright, so I hope you guys kind of get a better understanding of Zero Suit. I try my best to throw in as many combos that I think of towards the end, but I know there's no way I hit them all. If you guys did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you once again to SuperDuper for commenting on this video. I know it's been quite a while since you have commented on the guide request. But if you do happen to comment, I'll be sure to highlight it so that people can see your comment. Hopefully they can thank you if they find this video helpful, or like your comment, whatever they want to do to show appreciation. But as always guys, thank you guys so much for watching.